Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going through how I created the Dreamlight Diamonds Showcase submission for the current DreamSnap that we are voting on now. I didn't get a chance to do this DreamSnap until like late Monday, early Tuesday, right before submission reset on Wednesday, and I just have been swamped at work and everything else personally that I haven't had an opportunity to edit and get this video up, but I still wanted to get this up here because I have been doing every single week submissions and results for DreamSnaps for quite a while, so I didn't want to just skip this video, which means that my results video, I'm going to try to get it up today as well on Thursday, August 22nd. And then my first look at the update, hopefully tomorrow, is the plan. So fingers crossed that happens. But let's go ahead and look at this one. So my first instinct when it came to this challenge was that I wanted to do a mining type of submission. I looked at various areas over in Eternity Isle. I looked at the Cave of Wonders, was thinking about doing a desert theme, but with us just getting Jafar with this update, I was thinking that there probably will be some sort of Aladdin inspired theme potentially. Maybe not because it's part of the DLC, but still I wanted to hold off on doing that type of dream snap. So I decided the Vitalis mines. And so I went over into the Sunlit Plateau, cleared out the rest of that area, and decided to do it right near the mine entrance and to junk pile up in the Forgotten Lands, because not only does the Dream Snaps capture the current biome you're in, but it can capture elevation as well, to capture things that maybe not even in the same biome. And so I wanted to use that as my inspiration. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this all came together. Okay, so the first thing I did was move originally the winter castle and put up these bamboo trees to block off the Forgotten Lands area so that I can junk pile back there and not see my decorations. You'll also see me periodically mine the node next to the mine because I wanted to have an exposed gem, and I end up eventually getting some tourmaline to show through. And right now I'm just junk piling as many high tag items as I can behind here, and that's what I'll be doing for a little while here, just to get as much as I can junk piled here and Tetrising these in just like I normally do for decor challenges. So once we're through here, I'll continue with the voiceover. And it truly is like Tetris, and it's just one of every item. Duplicates of the items will not count toward the item tag, so you want to do one of each, and that's what we're doing here. The two stacks of gold that I put down there are ones that I want to include potentially in my picture. And I'm not quite sure how much will be included in the cone that the DreamSnap takes into account. So I'm just putting an excess amount across the entire kind of cliff overhanging the sunlit plateau, just to ensure that no matter where it picks up, that it does have tags within the photo. And I confirmed that the tags were showing and continue to try to get that node of ore to show some sort of gem. I knew I wanted to include some sort of like cookout type of thing, so I utilized this one from the DLC. And then here I'm just going through my inventory trying to find something to get me inspired for this. I knew that I wanted to include the mine, but I didn't know much else. And so I put down the little cooking thing, I put down a table to put some gems on, and I find this little basket from the expansion as well. And I utilize that with some gold near it, kind of like I'm panning for gold near the mine. And then we have the tracks, and I switch these out for the wooden ones and use this to basically be a track that we're going to go in and out of the mine, and mining carts was my idea. So I set those up, and eventually I do keep moving these around until I get the perfect placement of the tracks, and then we craft some of the mining carts to put those over here as well. I have some other Eternity Isle things that I crafted just to see if it works, and end up removing them. I have these little Oswald cots that I'm going to be using kind of as workers in the mine. Since we're going to have Oswald, I thought that that would pair well and kind of bring in more of the black and white to match so that Oswald doesn't look out of place by himself. And the idea is that we have the gold kind of blocking off sections of the tracks, and the mining carts will be going around as well. It takes me quite a while to figure out the exact placement of everything where I want to kind of be and to frame the photo, but I end up pushing the second set of tracks down further so that you can see more like in between the tracks. And I move one of the carts to be on the far right like it is in the front as like a foreground thing, and then move the other mining cart to be in front of the two tables. I eventually do push those two tables together and cover them with kind of a Roy G. Biv rainbow of gems, and it ends up looking like the gems are within the cart, which is really cute. So here, I'm just using the new trick that we found out about gems and pretty much any item. As long as you have it in your inventory, if you drop just one of them, you can use the duplication within the furniture tab, so you don't have to continue to separate your stacks into one stacks and dropping them manually. It saves a ton of time. So that's what I'm doing here, just getting some different gems thrown on the ground so that I can use them to use the duplication feature so that I don't have to manually drop down one of each item. And I spend a little bit of time trying to figure out how I want this placement to be, but end up going with this, where it's going from red, orange, yellow, peridot, more emerald green, the blue, the indigo looking color, and then the purple. And then I am just putting down little clusters of gems for visual interest. I do use some iron and gold as well, just little clusters around to give some different textures. I make a point to turn the gems different directions to show different sides of the gem so it doesn't look all uniform. And I know that I want to trap Oswald over near the mining node to try to get him to do his animation near the ore. But the gems do not provide collision, so I use them to basically cover. And see, he's doing the mining there, but he never did it again. Anyways, I'm sorry. So irritating how long I waited for him to do that again, and he never did. But anyways, so I use the gems in the front of that area to block the little Big Hero 6 tools so that it's blocking him in that area, but it's also looking like it's part of the build. And I'm just moving different gems and gold around just to fill in. and give some more visual interest. And I do mess around with my makeup a bit, thinking that I'm going to like wear different colored eyeshadows and things like that, but I went with more of a natural look. And let's see here. I do end up placing down some of the mud pathing beneath the character themselves so that when I kneel down, you can see my entire outfit still. Just one block of the mud pathing will allow it to where none of the grass will peek up around my character. And I also put some of the mud pathing beneath the little cook top that we have so that you can, again, not be covered by the grass as well. And this is pretty much the photo, other than the fact that I do pull in the little bit of gold on the left hand side so that you can see it in the photo. But this is pretty much what the photo is, except I had to wait for the torrential rain to stop. But here we are in the bright and sunny. I get Hey Hey into place, look forward and smile, and we get Oswald just kind of standing there admiring the gems. And I think that this came out really beautiful and really fit the aesthetic that I was going for. Um, so I hope that you enjoyed this and that it's not too late to be appreciated. And I can't wait to see what you all came up with this week. Bye.